Somalia is one of the most dangerous countries in the world. On Friday, a car bomb killed 20 people in the capital Mogadishu. Last year, more than 300 were killed when a truck packed with explosives was blown up in the centre of the city. The group behind all these attacks is called Al-Shabaab. It's an ally of Al-Qaeda, but it's also become divided about whether to form links with Daesh. Haroon Maruf is a Somali journalist who's interviewed Al-Shabaab defectors. I'm Nicole Johnston, and this is One on One Express.
Al-Shabaab and ISIS, ideologically, they are very similar. Their differences is because Al-Shabaab have had very emotional connection, affinity with Al-Qaeda. They have merged with Al-Qaeda in February 2012. And before that, I have told you that number of Al-Shabaab leaders were trained and mentored in Afghanistan by Al-Qaeda leaders. So Al-Shabaab is stuck with Al-Qaeda. But the young rank and file of Al-Shabaab were mesmerized by the success of ISIS in Iraq and Syria, by the brutality of their killings, and ideologically there was not a lot of difference.
Are Daesh a serious competitor to Al-Shabaab in Somalia?
They, in the long term, if they continue to operate and maintain their operations in Somalia, they could become an obstacle or a challenger to Al-Shabaab. What we have seen in recent weeks in South Central Somalia was that pro-ISIS militants were trying to copy tactics used by Al-Shabaab in imposing themselves on the business community. This is an area where Al-Shabaab was collecting extortion money from businesses.
How does it compare, though, with Al-Shabaab? Is Al-Shabaab more brutal?
They are both brutal. They both commit acts of brutality, suicide bombing, executions, beheadings. The difference is that Daesh was publishing its brutality in large scale on social media. Al-Shabaab has not achieved that level of success in displaying its brutality on social media because they have not been able to do that on social media. But the intentions and the brutality and their desire and hunger to shed the blood of innocents and civilians was always the same.
How has Al-Shabaab been so successful at recruiting young men in Somalia? What is it about their technique and their brainwashing that continues to attract so many followers?
Al-Shabaab has another face. I told you the face and their creation, Al-Qaeda was very much part of it, and Al-Qaeda inspired the creation of Al-Shabaab eventually. But Al-Shabaab has a second face. They were embedded in the Islamic courts. Ethiopia intervened in Somalia, and large number of Somalis joined Al-Shabaab because of the Ethiopian intervention in Somalia. There are a significant number of people who support Al-Shabaab because they really believe Al-Shabaab is trying to liberate Somalia from this country.
And they also focus on grassroots community assistance.
Yeah, they recruit from schools, they recruit from clans, they call clan elders, and they give them a fixed number of boys to donate. As they put it, they ask them to donate and collect weapons. In one recruitment, if I give you, for example, last month, they recruited about 300 young men from one village in Somalia. And they have been recruiting young Somali men since 2006. So consider the number of Al-Shabaab fighters today in Somalia. The people I spoke to who defected from Al-Shabaab told me that they would estimate the number of Al-Shabaab today to be about 13,000 fighters. If that is true, then they probably have either same number of fighters that the Somali government has, if not more.